No, I haven't taken you guys shopping in a while, and that's because we don't need any more orchids. But I'm going to go ahead and check out this Lowe's and see what they have in stock for orchids. And there were some Dendrobium phalaenopsis on your left side here, but they look a little bit out of shape, and I think it's because it's been sitting there a while. And there's only a few bag babies, not too many left, and they weren't in the best shape either. And then there's this phalaenopsis section right here with bromeliads. They really didn't have that much. It looks like they're getting ready for Christmas items. Okay, let's head back to the backyard. I've really been enjoying my fall garden, and a lot of this is a spillover of the summer garden. Here in Zone 9, Texas Gulf Coast area, it's so warm that I can still grow some of the summer vegetable in the fall. And here is my eggplant, and earlier I had fuzzy melon still growing. And this is just 2 plants of eggplant, and they are just giving me a ton of eggplants. And I think in August it was just so hot that the plant decided to just give up for a while. And then when fall came, the temperature dropped, and it was such a relief, and it started growing a whole bunch of eggplants on it. And this is the Ichiban variety. And the nice thing about the area that I have it on is it's, I call it my hoop house, and I'm going to throw some plastic on top of it when the weather gets cold, and I'll still be able to grow some of these vegetables in this area throughout the winter. And my other thing that I have to do to get ready for winter is bring in all my plumerias. Luckily, I have a shed just right behind us. We can just throw that in there, pull it out from the pot, of course. I have a friend who actually has to pull his out of the pot and put it in the attic, so we're lucky. Okay, let's go take a look at what is in spike and or in bud. We have the weather changing, so that really encourages a lot of the orchids to send out spikes. And this is part of my favorite time of the year because of so many results. With this first one, which is a big surprise to me, do you guys remember this orchid that we ordered from Carmela last spring, I think it was? And it is Dendrobium tenni times bracteosum. Well, a lot of the leaves have turned yellow and started dropping, and guess what? We have buds in development right here. The buds develop very quickly. I think within a week and a half or so. It was just a very short period of dry rest, and as far as the cold weather, it hasn't even come yet. So this, I'm going to assume, is very easy to encourage to bloom. And this next one is probably one of my oldest orchid. It's a Dendrobium phalaenopsis. It has some spatulata in it, and it's really big. I have, I think, over 10 spikes in this pot. And I think so it's got no ID, but I think it's a species orchid because the blooms are really small and the plant is very prolific. But there's no way of really finding out. And this plant takes quite a bit of sun, as well as it takes quite a bit of cold weather. It's very tolerant of extremes. When the buds start to open all around the pot, I will pull this pot away towards a more open area so that we can have a better look, probably in the next video. The next one we have is also another Dendrobium phalaenopsis, and it's Dendrobium Burana J times aridang, green. The first spike broke off on here, and so now we have a second spike, which I'm really glad. This next one is another Dendrobium phalaenopsis. It is Dendrobium Royal Genting, and it has been in bloom more often than I can remember. Let me give you some pictures of what I have in bloom in previous times for this orchid. First, this is in January, the beginning of the year, it's in bloom, and the bloom lasts all the way till April, I believe, and and it sent off another spike in May, and then sent up another spike along with the old spike from May. Here it is in June, and now we're in November, and it's got a new spike in a new king, a very tall and very healthy looking king. So it's got a really nice healthy spike, and I can't wait again. I have a feeling that this spike will last all through winter for me. And I have a couple more of miniature Dendrobium phalaenopsis here in the shower that are in bud. This one is Dendrobium Burana Princess Pearl, and it's one of William's rescue orchids. Okay, let's go look at some of the Brassavola hybrids. This is Brassavola Little Star, and you remember about a month ago it had some rot issues and survived it lost about a third of the plant, and now we've got lots of bloom buds still in development. This next one is Yellowbird, and it also had a few bit of black rot, but not as nearly as much as the Brassavola Little Star. And we have some buds in development right there. Several spikes. Probably not the most prolific year, though, for it. And this next one is a Cattleya. It is Cattleya White Reception times RLC. Chamthong Fancy, I believe, is what the tag says. And I tried looking for what the flowers would look like on the internet, and I haven't found any picture of that cross, so it's sort of odd. Well, I can't wait to see all these blooms about to come. Thanks for joining me on this short video. I hope you all have a good day. See you next time. Bye-bye.